Hi guys, my name is Thomas, and I'm here with my friend Jimmy, and we're going to be talking about episode 32 of Steven Universe, and I'm going to stop this voice right now. Hi everybody!
Welcome back to the Crystal Men. Yes, this is Mom Universe. Yes, the children are playing swords. Sorry, playing with swords. They're bleeding. Oh no, they are dead. Don't call again. I really love that line by Garnet. I just wanted to read it because I saw it on the wiki.
Yes.
Yeah, we're here to talk about fusion cuisine.
Which, a surprise hitter. I forgot about this episode for a while.
I think I overhyped myself a little bit.
It's not anything revolutionary.
Because at this point, this is like it's not the last, because the last
Second to last.
Yeah.
Big fusion, yeah.
Yeah, because the last one would be, I forget it. What it's called.
Obsidian, right?
Is Obsidian Pearl and
It's everybody and
Oh
Steven.
no, I'm talking about Pearl and Garnet. We haven't seen Pearl and Garnet yet.
Sun.
Is it Heliolite?
Maybe
Or Heliotrope? I don't know. It's a thing. I forgot the
Heliod, the Magic the Gathering.
Sure. I forgot that this was called Alexandrite. So Alexandrite is a fusion between the three main characters of Steven's universe, Greg,
The three main
Helicopter
characters.
Dog, and Connie.
Perfect. I just remember being excited at the time when this episode came out, just to see what the fusion looked like.
Yeah, that was at this point out. That was what got me so excited. I was like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
because they do a pretty good job at like meshing the different character designs together.
Yeah, I think it's more of a visual thing this episode as opposed to the exact contents of the episode, if that makes sense.
Yes,
Like the story itself is fine. Like it's a self-contained thing with Connie. I mean, hits a couple of good things to think about. And I'm going to delve into the in-universe implications of a giant woman approaching dinner and nobody looking
they didn't even
stunned,
run
but
or
not like
anything.
terrified. Not
Yeah. I think at this point we're just supposed to accept that it's a cartoon world, and sometimes people
no.
don't.
I will
behave
question
normally.
it every single time.
I really do enjoy the kind of like emotional aspects of the episode, the more like emotional core of it, kind of going back to like Island Adventure. Like Island Adventure was like part of like a bigger story, because we're talking about the relationship between Lars and Sadie, and this one we're kind of doing the same thing. It's this bigger relationship between Steven and Connie that's kind of developing, and then you have this challenge here of like, okay, Connie lies to her parents. Connie doesn't trust her parents don't really trust her.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on from like an emotional character standpoint, which I think was pretty good and interesting. But yeah, from like a beat by beat plot element, like there's not really much to sink your teeth in.
Exactly. Yeah. They're using it as just exactly that, a device to further the conflict between Connie and her parents and Connie and Steven a little bit. I mean, it's kind of interesting because Steven again is just this pure, honest, doesn't see anything weird with the situation, because he grew up that way too. You know, of course the gems aren't going to be odd to him. Like thinking back to my childhood, I'm like, I feel like I kind of would be like Connie, unfortunately, if I had like a friend with a weird family situation, that I probably wouldn't have told my parents for fear of them being like, oh, you can't hang out with them or something like that. Not that my parents were particularly strict or anything.
Your parents hate gay people.
Oh my! Listen, we all heard it here, guys. No, but I mean, first off, it is kind of giving a like.
Oh, definitely. I feel like there's
an
always
analogy for
like so like an atypical
non-traditional family.
Yeah, definitely. I like that it takes that angle rather than just like gems are lesbians, because that I feel like is like reductive to just be like gems are lesbians.
Yeah, they could have been like, oh, you have two moms.
Yeah, I love that they don't do that. I love that it is about like, and it's actually kind of neat too, because it's really funny how like political the idea of a nuclear family is.
Yeah,
and like
100%.
I don't know, when you're a child growing up, you don't really think about it, but there's something very like heterodoxy about, or no, not heterodoxy. What's the word? Like it's trying to like keep this like same system going by creating something that's kind of not real. Like it's this ideal that like the whole like 2.5 kids thing. It's like almost a joke in of itself because it's not a representation of any true relationship.
It's giving the plastered 50s ideal family kind of which just is just a thin facade towards like no, it doesn't matter. That's and I'm glad they kind of addressed that in the episode too, where surprisingly Connie's parents at the end are like, oh, we don't really care about the family unit. It's just taking care of your child.
They specifically connect to them like as parents, which I think is really a nice little message. It's a cute little message for this kid show.
It is, and it's nice to give the parents the benefit of the doubt in this episode because they could have absolutely been like, oh, Connie's parents are just the cliche strict overbearing parents, but for them to almost not have a change of heart, but like I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
Have a deeper understanding. They get a I think it's the classic sort of like, oh, my preconceived notions were false. Like exactly. That's the kind of thing. And something else too, and we haven't really talked about like the plot of the episode, but basically Steven is hanging out with Connie. Connie can't watch her favorite trashy doctor show because it's kind of funny. It's not a true representation of an emergency room. I really do wonder what Connie's mom, Mrs. Maheshwaran, would think about The Pit. Did you watch any of The Pit?
I have not. I've watched none of The Pit.
I had to turn it off because it was too gross.
Really?
Yeah. But The Pit
is it just like a very real? I actually don't even know what it is. So.
Oh, it's a Fallout expand. No, I'm kidding. It's a TV show. It's set in Pittsburgh, and that's why it's called The Pit. But it's about a emergency room in Pittsburgh. It's basically kind of like a lot of just like hospital procedurals, but the gimmick is that the whole season is one day. So it starts with the doctor at like 7 a.m. and he's already like exhausted and he shouldn't be there. And it's like, all the stuff you'd expect from a show, like, oh, this is the year anniversary of his mentor killing himself because it was too crazy. But it really does portray like a very upsetting honesty of how like understaffed, just it's impossible for emergency rooms to like operate in the U.S. healthcare system as it is now. But it's pretty graphic and I don't know. I'd like to know.
That would be fine for Connie to watch.
Yeah, that something super graphic.
That's perfect. No, I mean, that's the other thing. Like, Connie's mom is not necessarily being overburdening in the way that you would expect. Like, it's kind of funny that's the beat being, oh, it's just not real enough for me. Like,
yeah, and then it's kind of funny too. I mean, like, this is a stereotype for a reason, but like in America, especially like Asian and like South Asian immigrants often have extremely high standards for their children. And I guess you kind of get a bit of that in this. And like Connie definitely does fall into like that sort of like very studious archetype. But one thing I love about this episode too is how immature Connie is. Like, she makes a lot of dumb decisions. She is like instigating all this essentially by not being honest with her parents.
Well, it's kind of tried and true that the generation that has that forced upon them typically wants to rebel and do the opposite. I had a friend growing up who fits this bill like perfectly. It was the cliche, like, very strict, very controlling parents, like first generation immigrants. And like I loved hanging out with her, but like anytime we went over there, it was, violin lessons, piano lessons, like homework done by 6 p.m., like just everything. And she wound up moving across the country as soon as she was able to get out for college to have that level of freedom. Like, as a child, of course, you have no control. It's just forced upon you. But I think a lot of the times you see those people grow up to be the exact opposite of what the parents kind of wanted them to be or were trying to mold them into.
And isn't that just the story? Isn't that just the eternal story?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
every generation rebels against their parents. And then I feel like what happens is they push so far away from it. And then eventually they kind of meet
somewhere in the middle later.
Yeah, somewhere in the middle later. It's never, unless you're like a truly like radical person.
Yeah, like I just hate everything that my childhood was. So I'm going to just, unless you're a Lorelai Gilmore.
It's funny that when you were talking about like your friend, I was thinking of like Rory in Gilmore Girls, Rory's friend, who is the Korean.
Pretty much exactly. It was that exact situation at home.
And the reason why
uncanny.
I said the Korean with scare quotes is because the actress is actually Japanese. I looked this up. Very funny.
Really?
Yes.
She's also like 30 at the
Yes.
start of the series, which is crazy. I know,
Yes, I was
I know
gonna say
we're a
that.
Steven Universe podcast, but yeah, to talk about Gilmore Girls for a second. Yeah, like, because Rory's actress is like, she's young at the beginning of the series.
Teenager.
And like, I was just like, wow.
I know.
Yeah, Lane is, I think, like 30 something at the
I
start.
think they're 32 or so. Yeah, okay.
The actress now is like 53, I think.
Wow, that's crazy.
But anyway, Steven Universe.
So yeah, but so ultimately the big conflict here is that Connie is probably not gonna be able to hang out with Steven anymore as long as he as long as he has this air of just weird
not knowing
bullshit.
His family situation. Well, so it starts because Connie's mom wants to speak to Steven's mom, and so Steven hands the phone off to Garnet, which an actual fun moment of Garnet panic.
Yes, which is it's so funny because she's so deadpan, but then at the end she's like,
"Sorry, I panicked."
Yeah, it's hilarious that Garnet could even panic, like to even think about that.
Well, you would think with Future Vision, you'd be like, "Oh, I should have known exactly what to say."
I love the idea that this was such a weird decision for Steven that it just didn't
never
occur,
even panned. Yeah, one of those like offshoot possibilities. But so, you know, that being kind of the instigator of now we have to get dinner so I can meet the parents, which
that's what Connie said. Connie says like, "Oh, we'll have dinner together." Like that, she proposes that to the parent. At least it's presented that way. It's like the idea, and then that's when Connie like has this kind of bomb on Steven, a Steven bomb, if you will. That I lied and said you're a nuclear family, and he's like, "What? They blow up sometimes, but they're not nuclear."
I love that Steven, with no education, knows what radiation is.
That's true, yeah. But he doesn't know about a nuclear family because it's like a sociological idea. But so yeah, and then he's like low-key offended, which I like that.
Yeah, I'm glad they kind of gave Steven a little bit of not backbone in this, but like, yeah, he should be offended.
Yeah.
I mean, that is his family. His family is not your typical nuclear family. And I mean, they do a good job of portraying Connie in the wrong for lying for appearance's sake.
And also there's this genuine attraction between the two. Like they really find each other so interesting and like each other so much that they both want to make it work. When Connie wants to lie, Steven wants to go through crazy hoops.
Yeah, in order to still hang out. Also, I mean, they mentioned earlier, like, I'm pretty sure Steven is Connie's only friend at this point.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So
that's not good.
You know, but it kind of
even
lends
Stevie has like the fucking fry kid.
He could go hang out with whoever he wants.
Phoebe.
He can hang out with the cool kids. He
could
befriended them in a day. But it kind of goes to show that she is probably super nervous and really wanting to hold on to this friendship. She is terrified and wants to lie to save face to, you know, please her parents or what she thinks her parents care about, but it still doesn't make it right.
So Steven's bright idea here is first he lines them all up and he's like, all right, Garnet is a cool mom. She's always laying down the law, but
she can't talk.
Amethyst is the fun mom, but she's fucking disgusting. They outdo themselves here with how disgusting Amethyst is.
They really
got the humongous like snot bubbles, and I do love those like faces. She looks like a chipmunk when she's like munching on like the potato chips, and then which we both agree this is a dumb reason. Pearl can't eat.
Yeah, I mean Pearl makes a point saying how much she hates it, and then Steven lists all the reasons why Pearl would have been perfect.
Yes,
but she can't eat. And it's like just say that you ate, or I don't know, like lie.
Just fake it. Just literally pretend to take a bite and just don't eat it.
Yeah, or just go, you know, I'm not feeling very well, but I still wanted to come out to dinner. Like,
I do have to say though, how freaking weird would it be if you went out to dinner with someone and they pretended to eat the whole time, and then you notice that they didn't take a single bite? Like they kept putting their fork to their mouth with food, but how fucking weird would that be? I feel like that would be such a crazy.
See, like, I feel like in that situation, I would give them the benefit of the doubt, being like, oh, they just either...
Maybe there's something going on.
Yeah, really weren't hungry, really not feeling good, but they wanted to just keep... Like, I would keep it quiet. I would peg it. But, I mean, I don't know. I I feel like in that situation, social etiquette kind of comes into
Yeah.
play, and you're like, I'm not gonna call you out on this. Like, this is, but it would be weird. Yeah.
Yeah. But so yeah, they ultimately decide. Steven says, "Guys, I know we can just fuse." And then they're like, "That's a horrible idea." I do like the sweater that Greg wears. He wears a green sweater.
Looks good in it. The man can dress up if he wants to.
But he still keeps his shorts on, his cutoff shorts.
Well,
so.
you know, the important things. And also, so they did eat just at the pizza place, right? Because he mentioned, at first.
No, I think he was saying, but no, they went somewhere else because it was like a fancy place.
But it was just like
he mentions
outside.
a pizza place, so I think the idea was he mentioned it because he thought it was going to be simple. He was like, all 8 of us can fit, and then she's like, no, Steven.
We have to play by my rules, Steven.
I do love this set though, this setting of the outdoor of this restaurant, and presumably it's a little bit out of town because there is a not SEPTA. No, there's a bus stop.
Yeah, there is that is very,
which is very funny.
Like
SEPTA is SEPTA PA and New Jersey thing? It must be Delaware too.
I think it is tri-state, but it
would make sense if it was Delaware because like
watch it just be everywhere and we
SEPTA. I know, like I'm gonna stop
SEPTA
talking.
Is the bus service here for those who aren't in the tri-state area, but
so yeah, I don't remember where exactly. I'm sorry, I got distracted by something. I don't know exactly where like Rebecca and her family or their family grew up, but I know that they spent a lot of time in Rehoboth specifically. That's like what the idea is. Steven Universe is based on Rehoboth beaches or like Delaware beaches. So I like these little, I don't know,
nods to the
things like
to
that.
This area.
They're just like fun, and they make it feel like grounded, even though it's not. It's like Bepta, because I guess we don't have the Delmarva yet.
No,
we don't have that drop.
No, yeah, like it's just fun little nods to the area, kind of just little love letters.
Yeah, and it's when you're there, you do the thing where you like you snap and then you point.
The what's his face?
Okay, so yeah, SEPTA, the Southeastern Pennsylvania Transportation Authority, does operate in PA, New Jersey, and Delaware. So there we go.
So yeah, tri-state. So anyway, the gems were like, no, we're not gonna fuse. Steven gives them a little oh no, woe is me. I'm just
funny.
I'm just a little baby.
We were talking about how like emotionally mature Steven is, which I love. But I love he gets these little moments where he's kind of like a little bit of a like a drama
diva.
Queen, I guess. Yeah, a little diva, yeah.
I mean, do you think he was doing it on purpose to ham it up though? Or do you think that he was just legitimately feeling that way?
Steven is so honest, like I feel like they would have leaned more into it if he was being dishonest.
That he was clearly faking.
Yeah, he was just being, and I think this is something kids do a lot too. They just kind of like repeat and sort of emulate things they see in cartoons and television. Yeah, that feels like something a kid would see like on a TV show.
Probably saw it in
Smiling Friends.
Smiling, whatever they call the
crying breakfast foods.
Crying breakfast foods.
I think that's what it's called.
Crying
breakfast.
Crying breakfast friends. I thought it was, but
I think you're right. I think it's breakfast friends.
So anyway, the gems.
Oh my god, this episode is so long.
The gems turn heel and they do fuse, and then we get Alexandrite, which was just a fun drop. They do a really good job. I like this fusion because, like you said, it has elements of all three of them in it.
Did Sugalite have like the third mouth thing, like the undermouth? I can't remember if that was.
I thought so.
Yeah, so I like that they brought that back. I like how that's also kind of a representation of Amethyst. Like we see it kind of talk with Amethyst's voice.
Well, it's almost like this fusion is a fusion of the two bigger fusions as opposed to a fusion of the three of them. Like it has more so features from the two prior fusions we saw, which is, an interesting little nod. Like it doesn't have necessarily any outstanding individual features, but they sit down for dinner, and once again, Connie's parents are flabbergasted, but not like
running away for their lives, like they
trembling
should be.
in fear. Like, what is that? This can't exist in my world.
Alexandrite has to be like over 20 feet tall.
Oh, I mean, well over. She's
huge.
Huge.
And there is kind of like a little thing. I don't know if I was reading into it, but Connie's dad seems to like get something out of how big Alexandrite is.
Okay,
Did you see that too?
I kind of noticed a little, like he's sweating,
like a little,
but not in the like scared or he's kind of like
he's kind of like excited about seeing a giant woman, which I mean,
the man likes what he likes. But they all sit down.
Oh, also, is he supposed to be a pilot? I guess he has like a bomber jacket.
I was a little confused by that. I mean, it could just be like his going out clothes though, because I mean, Connie's mom isn't in her.
That's true. That would be so stupid.
Yeah, here's our personality. But they all sit down. They try to play normal, and it just does not go well.
Yeah.
And Connie gets all upset and kind of like lashes out at Steven for messing up, even though he's just bringing his family. Like, you know, he said that he just wanted to bring everybody because he's being completely honest, or at least trying to as much as he can. And yeah, they really paint Connie in a negative light this episode, which I'm glad they do. Like, it's, you know, it's an important lesson to impart upon kids, I think.
Yeah.
You know, kind of thinking from this is a show for children.
For baby childs, yeah.
That, yeah, like, you should be true to yourself and true to your family, and it's okay to not be what's considered, you know, the normal family unit, because that's not what's important. But
we get a couple little kind of glimpses that I don't know if she has a name. She must have a name. The mom, Connie's mom, she's kind of a little domineering. What was that?
I totally forget her name. I feel like she does have one.
I know they're the Maheshwarans, but she's definitely like the alpha of the family.
Oh, she wears the pants for sure.
She's kind of constantly correcting the husband, and there's kind of a funny thing where like the husband is like rightfully reacting like to, I think it's when
she eats all the breadsticks.
It's the breadsticks, or it's the shrimp when they start to like fall apart, where he has a reaction where he's like and
she's like, don't be rude.
Yeah, she's literally just like, don't be rude, like, which is really funny. I think like the keeping up appearances, it's so damn important, that it shows you why Connie worried so much about it.
Yeah.
But then we have this kind of moment where
don't mind me, that was my phone falling.
we have this moment where Steven and Connie kind of reconvene, because Steven keeps lying about what Alexandrite, his mom, does, what Mom Universe does. Things are going horribly. Connie is being kind of a jerk to Steven. And then there's one funny thing. I love that Connie lies, because Steven says that his mom works at an apple farm. She picks all the apples because she has 6 arms.
Yeah. Once again, that's fine.
Yeah. And he brings attention to it.
Yeah, he specifically mentions that she uses all of her arms to pick multiple apples. And also, she's way too tall for apple trees. She'd be bending down to pick those apples.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw an apple tree lately or not, but they're
they actually are pretty short, yeah.
They're pretty short, all things considered.
But yeah, so then I like this little moment where when everything kind of falls apart is when they try and eat the shrimp, and then I like that all the gem personalities kind of break through, because Pearl like absolutely does not want to eat anything.
Well, that's ultimately what breaks them up, because Pearl just cannot bring herself to eat anything.
And then like Amethyst is obviously wants to eat, opens the big mouth. I love that image of like the chin kind of pulling upward and the mouth being like the throat. Very, very cool imagery.
It's really cool.
Yeah, and then
they break apart, and Connie kind of
when they break apart.
Oh, that's true. We do get a little bit of a 4-gem situation.
Yes,
I think 4-gem foreshadowing.
I think this is the first time we actually see Ruby and Sapphire like rendered in the show, like shown.
It is like a single frame. Yeah, because we paused and looked through, but
I kept missing it.
But you do see 4 distinct gems too, like even in the light as it's shifting. So a neat little nod to what's coming up very soon.
Yeah, and at this point, unless you're stupid like me, you should be thinking like, oh wow, why were there 4 gems? Why does Garnet have 2 gems on her hands? Like, Herm.
Yeah. I mean, it's literally their episode 1, but I at the same time, I totally didn't think about it.
I definitely didn't.
And just thought it was, I don't know.
I definitely fucking did not. It's so funny in hindsight. I was so stupid.
Oh, same. But, hindsight's 20/20, or in Garnet's case, 20/20.
Also, like, you're not really expecting that from Steven Universe, especially when we finally get to that big reveal.
Well, I mean, the show lulls you in early episodes of just kind of being a, funny episode of the week situation. And then it's not until later that like plot actually starts to develop. So yeah, I mean, I don't think, or maybe we're just really dumb, Jimmy.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But Connie gets upset because they defuse and ruin the night, and she runs away and apologizes to Steven, which is nice. And then they decide they're going to run away together.
On a septibus.
To somewhere and just go survive. But then Alexandrite comes and chases them down, which horrifying for the septibus driver.
Oh my god, yeah.
They do not show him at all, but
this person has led like the most normal life in their whole and then one day
I've been driving the septibus for 40 years.
Two 11-year-olds get on your bus and you get destroyed by a giant monster.
Oh, like cuz it absolutely ruined that bus too. Like,
oh yeah.
And what's he going to do? He's going to have to go explain to his supervisor that, well, you see, a giant 30-foot woman chased me down, grabbed the bus, and threw it off the road.
This is a tragedy. This man's going to lose his job. He's going to lose his marriage.
I'm going to say, fuck Steven Universe.
Fuck Steven Universe. His dog's going to kill himself.
God, his wife, he's
probably going to kill his wife, too.
Yeah, murder, suicide.
So yeah, and then we just have so like immediately get like teleported back basically.
Yeah.
They're all back at the restaurant and
yelling at both the kids, but then Connie's parents notice all of the gems, and Greg having some actually really good like punishment for Steven and concern, and they're not just letting him off the hook, which I'm going to say, given the grand scheme of things, like, this was a very light Steven moment. He has done way worse, and they have been totally okay with it. I know you needed to do it for the episode's sake,
that's
but,
a good point. They really needed something bigger.
He's created multiple clones of himself and then had them fight across time. Like,
well, the beauty is that nobody found out about that.
Yeah, that's true.
All those clones are just in like purgatory hell forever.
Dude,
I hope they're.
Do you think Steven goes to heaven?
Steven definitely does not go to heaven. Steven goes to the darkest.
Well, see, Steven goes to heaven, but Rose Quartz goes to
hell. But so yeah, and then one thing I do like about this, not to belabor this even longer, but I like that we have the gem parents kind of bouncing off each other to like make sure that Steven doesn't starve, because Garnet's first thing was 1,000 years of no dinner. Which is so funny.
I love that.
Steven is so upset too.
Yeah, he was gonna take it seriously. Like,
yeah. And then they say like, oh no television
for 1,000 years as well.
But he also is really upset by that, and I like they tie in the stupid doctor show.
Yeah, it ties it from the very beginning, which they're always good at doing that.
Yeah.
But I like that they don't buckle either. They're like, no, like, you need to be punished.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of times Steven just gets away with shenanigans for, I mean, being a child, so of course he's going to do them, but the gems normally don't give a shit. So it's nice to, to have some consequences. And it's nice that, like, in the show, this actually holds water, too, because from here on out, for a while, he does not touch TV and has to resort to reading and, like, other stuff. And, they talk about that in later episodes, too. But it's nice to see them actually follow through with the grounding.
It's one of those things too, like, and just from the perspective of like, if you're just flipping through channels and you catch this episode, kind of a lot to like build up and understand in this one episode.
Yeah.
And they do a decent job. And like, I noticed the line in the beginning where Steven reiterates like, oh, well, my mom sacrificed her human form to blah, blah, blah. Because they have to like explain that for the premise.
His mom isn't there.
It's kind of crazy. We're at this point where like, we're so deep into these character backgrounds and the weird gem things that they do really need to kind of catch up to speed sometimes.
Well, they even do it with Connie. I mean, Steven points out, like, why are you wearing your glasses? I healed you.
Yes, yeah. Which is actually, that's really good, because I think a lot of people might have forgotten about that.
Yeah. I did until literally this episode. So it's, I think overall, fine episode. Really, the exciting part is seeing Alexandrite.
Yeah, that's kind of worth the, like, I mean, it's free, but worth the price of admission is just seeing Alexandrite and seeing a new gem. And like,
is it my favorite episode? No. Is it my least favorite episode? Certainly not.
Yeah, it's a very middle of the line, like just fine, cute little episode. All right, is that it? Are we there?
I think so. Give us your best outro, and I guess until next time, we'll see you beautiful people later.
We'll see you next Monday. My best outro. Fusion cuisine. The title makes me hungry, and it makes me think of actual fusion cuisine.
What's your favorite fusion cuisine?
I don't know. I feel like almost anything with Japanese is pretty good.
I mean, yeah, that's
like cheating. The funniest fusion cuisine I could think of is like German and like Ethiopian.
What would that even be?
I think you would have to, if you're truly a German food, you have to at least have some kind of sausage.
Yeah, it's got to be a bratwurst.
I actually haven't had much Ethiopian food. I know that they have that delicious. They have a lot of delicious like breads and
and there was a place
spreads.
down in DC, like that is really good place. I only ate there once because I was there with my friend, but I don't even remember what I got, but I do remember enjoying the breads quite a lot.
So actually, that makes a lot of sense. Germans love their bread. They love drinking beer, and they love eating sausages. So I feel like you could probably make some kind of some sausage. I don't really know. Maybe
all Germans are gay alcoholics.
It's true.
Sausages and beer.
They are gay alcoholics. Yeah. All right. Goodbye.
All right. Bye.